Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to jump back in and we're going to discuss some of the recent Dark Angel lore which I did in a previous video. We're not actually going to speak about we are going to speak about Dark Angels, but we're not going to speak about the good Dark Angels. We're going to speak about the bad Dark Angels. Well, are they bad? I'm not too sure. We're going to speak about the Fallen and we're going to speak about Luthor because there's some big stuff that is happening with this character and the Fallen themselves, and I think something huge is going to happen next year, campaign hopefully. So let's jump in and let's get started. So for those of you who didn't watch my codex update or just don't know in general, Luthor is no longer in the Rock. He has escaped. He has escaped by the means of chaos. Now there is some debate on how he escaped. Some people are saying there's a changeling that set him free, which was in the Gathering Storm, but the actual Dark Angels Codex hints that it wasn't a changeling, it was a demon prince, a fallen demon prince called Marbas. But again, that debate is probably best for another video. All you need to know now is Luthor is no longer locked away and he is out in the galaxy. Now the passage which is in the Dark Angel Codex, and it is titled The Darkest Angels, and now this is official text. I'll actually put it up on the screen so you can read it as well. It says, rumours, psychic signatures, and the torture-wrought confessions of captured prisoners tell of a mustering within the darkest recesses of the warp-shrouded Nephilius sector. They speak of a gathering of many of the fallen, a corrupted legion resembling in numbers enough to bring the entire galaxy to heel. Azrael alone suspects the truth of who is leading them. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but only Azrael knows of Luthor's existence. If I'm not mistaken in saying this, is that it's passed down from each Grandmaster to the next Grandmaster. Also, it must be written down somewhere, like in a logbook or something, in case when the Grandmaster gets killed, then he can't hand it over in time. But only the head of the chapter knows of Luthor's existence. So at the moment, it's only him who knows that Luthor has escaped and he's out there, and he's obviously going to be causing mayhem. Now this leads me to believe that next year, of course, this year's coming to an end now, it's nearly Christmas, so next year I really believe that they're going to be building on this now, and we're going to see, I'm hoping we're going to see a really, really big campaign which is going to involve Luthor, the Fallen, the Dark Angels, and hopefully, hoping that this is where Lionel Johnson comes back into the frame. Now, we all know Lionel Johnson is fast asleep upon the Rock. He's fully healed. He's there. He's just waiting for the right time to return. And we all know that the person who put in there was Luthor. They had a battle on Caliban, of course. Luthor was embodied with chaotic powers, just much like Horus was when he fought the Emperor and Sanguinius up on board, over Terra at the actual siege. So with Luthor escaping and then running off, and mostly from the text itself, what I'm getting, for my personal opinion, is that the Fallen are gathering an army, and Luthor is the head of that army. So it's basically Mark II, Horus Heresy again, the Battle of Caliban, but of course they're not on Caliban. They're in the northern sector of the Imperium, which is got this, it's cut off from the southern sector. The I won't call him the Grand Master, but the Lord Commander of the northern section is Dante. So I'm wondering if he's got to come into this story somehow, since he is the Supreme Commander of the North, made by Gilliman himself. But if he encounters the Fallen, which I'm sure something's got to trickle back to him, because the amount of numbers they're making the Fallen to be now in 40k is quite big. They're talking about Legion strength size of Fallen, and to be fair, that is completely possible. I know a lot of people said this back in my previous Dark Angel update video, is that how can the Fallen have these many Marines? It doesn't really make sense. It does make sense, because in the Book of Angels of Caliban, Luthor has under him at least 30,000 Astartes, and that is not at the end of the heresy at all. That is like, I think it's like 3 or 4 years into the Horus Heresy. So if he's built up even more from then, he can easily have 30 to 80,000 Fallen Astartes under his command on Caliban by the time the Lion reaches Caliban and the battle begins. So if you take a portion of those from the actual fallout of the battle, I don't know, say something like 20,000 to 30,000 survive, that is a huge chunk of fallen marines, which can devastate an entire system or sectors. It is a huge amount of Astartes, and when you pair those numbers up with what's going on in the actual Imperium at the moment, of course, the Nephilia sector, which we've already discussed, is completely cut off. All chaos is pouring out. There's so many fronts to fight upon. Guilliman is leading the Indominus Crusade. Well, the Indominus Crusade has more or less come to an end in the Dark Imperium book, and there was no mention of Fallen in there. So I'm wondering if this new campaign, which I'm predicting, may be set after the Indominus Crusade, and it's a whole, maybe a brand new crusade arises, because Luther's got to come back. He's going to be at the head of the Fallen army, and I think this is the time where the Watchers do something with the Lion, and he wakes up, and then he leads the Dark Angels in hunting the Fallen, or maybe taking a brand new crusade altogether upon the Fallen and conquering the north of the Imperium. Maybe the Lion wakes up, he's like, okay, Dante, you were the Grand Master or the Supreme Leader of the North, but guess what? Daddy Lion's back, and I'm taking over now. If Guilliman's got anything to say about it, I'll slap him like I used to as a kid, and stuff like that, you know. So then you have two Primarchs returned, one who's basically ruling the North, then one who's basically ruling the South. I wonder if that's going to cause some tension between the two brothers. We already know that Guilliman the Lion didn't always see eye to eye. Of course, it never got as bad as, you know, stabbing his brother in the heart like he did with Russ or anything like that. But those two did have different views on how to run an empire, so to say. Again, this is all fear in mode, but I do really think that GW has a card up their sleeves now. I do think that with Luther escaping, I do think this is the first sign of something big that's going to be coming sometime next year. I know a lot of people are saying there's more Demon Primarchs going to be coming back. I completely agree. I do think there's going to be more Demon Primarchs coming back. I do think there's more Loyalist Primarchs going to be coming back, bar the Lion. But at the moment, all my money is on the Lion returning first. Of course, we've discussed about other Primarchs returning from other sources and other quotes of texture, which has already gone on in previous videos and stuff like that. But my money at the moment is definitely on the Lion, and maybe Fulgrim. Let's say Fulgrim has been mentioned a couple of times in some of the rule books about a serpent-like figure, devastating world. So Chaos, maybe Fulgrim, and for Loyalist, the Lion. But I don't. Well, I actually believe that maybe it was going to be Fulgrim versus a Lion at one stage. But now, after reading this and Luther coming back out, I'm thinking that maybe it's just going to be full-on Lion coming back, fighting the Fallen, with Luther leading the army, because maybe Luther is going to be embodied by all the Chaos powers again, so he actually stands a chance at actually fighting the Lion. This is going to be round 2. Maybe the Lion actually kills him this time, and maybe he redeems him before the end and stuff like that, because Luther was, you know, known to be screaming, rambling in his cell, saying the Lion's returning, he's going to make me repent, and, you know, all that crazy stuff that someone probably affected by Chaos would do. Just because, don't forget, Luther is not an Astartes. He's a human, just a human man. He was too old to be to be made into an Astartes, but he had like gene implantations to make him a little bit stronger, but he wasn't Astartes level strong and stuff like that. So he is still a human when it comes to it at the end of the day. Okay, chaps, that is me done for another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've given some information. There's so much stuff in this Dark Angels book. I really can't fit it all in like these like small nice little videos I tend to do. I don't really want to make a video over like 60 minutes long or anything like that, so I think I'm just going to break it down in some small videos. This codex is amazing. If you haven't got it yet, go and get it. I absolutely love it. You know me, I'm a Primaris fanboy. I love anything Imperium. Cut me, I bleed Emperor. That's how much Imperium I am. It is just an incredible book. But of course, I would love to know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think I'm completely wrong? Do you think there's going to be a campaign coming? Do you think something else is going to be happening? There's just so much to talk about. I love this. There's just so much to talk about, and it's really, really fun when we have that opportunity. Of course, let's keep it nice and clean in the comment section. Let's not turn on each other, and let's have a nice little time. So thank you for watching the video. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.